Hello, Internet. Doing something a little bit different today, since usually I just kind of like give you a recap after the fact of, my paracentesis. I figured I would actually kind of walk you through it, so that's what I'm doing right now. I'm currently on my way to my paracentesis. Driving there on this gray and dismal, dreary, rainy Thursday. Oh, it's gorgeous. The sun is hiding. The clouds are gray. It's spitting rain. Love it. I'm actually running late. I'm supposed to be there at 11:30, and I'm pretty sure I'm not going to get there until like 11:45. I'm not worried. I have shown up late in the past, and not once have they turned me away at the door. I'm sure it doesn't matter that much. I'm going to try to record for pretty much the whole thing. I don't know if I'll have permission to once they start the procedure. I mean, it's not going to be the most interesting thing in the world, but, who knows? Maybe I'll get to show you the fluid as they pump it out of me, which is super gross. So, yay. All right, I'm going to concentrate on driving now because people are being idiots. I'll pick this up when I get to the hospital. So as it turns out, I don't need to be worried about being late. I've been here an hour and I'm still waiting. So, yay. I don't know. I guess we'll just have to wait more and see. Okay, and I'm in. I was met with a very kind individual who was very enthusiastic, very helpful, very friendly, and kind of, put me at ease, made me feel better about things taking so long. So now I'm sitting in my hospital bed, waiting for them to come and collect me and get me down there to start the procedure. So 2:15, and I'm still waiting. I guess they had some emergency or something, I was told by one of the nurses. Not really sure what that means, but it results in an incredibly long wait time. So that pretty much kills my entire Thursday. Like normally, I'd be going home by now. So, hooray. Okay, I'm on my way, so we'll be there in just a couple of minutes. More waiting. 2:45 and even more waiting. At this rate, I'm not going to get home until after 5 p.m. This is ridiculous. Okay, so they're all done. I did try to get video of the procedure, but they wouldn't let me. There's a policy about that apparently, and they wouldn't budge. But it all went fine. It was your usual. They injected me with lidocaine, which hurt a lot, and then they inserted the catheter, which hurt a lot, even with the lidocaine. And then they drained me of about 2 liters of fluid, and then they slapped some super glue on the hole, and then that's it. So now I'm just waiting to be brought back to observation, where they're going to keep me until they're sure that I'm not going to have a heart attack or collapse or whatever. So it's 4 o'clock now. So the earliest they said they can get me out is 5:15. So it's 2 hours from when the procedure was completed. So yeah, 20-minute procedure took 5 hours. It completely killed my Thursday. I mean, I'm kind of understanding because apparently they've had a lot of emergencies today, and that has pulled staff away from routine procedures like this. But this feels excessive, and I tried to leave, but they wouldn't let me. They said that if I left early, then insurance might not pay for today's procedure, which is insane. Like, I feel fine. I I, I have never had any bad side effects following a procedure like this. I could go home right now and I would be completely okay. But I'm trapped. I have to stay. So I'll pick this up again when I'm going home. I'm just really annoyed right now. And that's it. I'm done. I'm heading home. Finally. It's 5:21, which means that I have spent 6 hours here. So yay for that. Just to recap, I arrived around 11:45. I waited a good long while until they called my name. I got in there. They took my vitals, usual, and I waited even longer until they finally came and got me, brought me to the area, endoscopy area, where I had to wait even longer. Finally get me in. Entire procedure, 20 minutes. 20 minutes. And then they were done, and I had to wait until they could come and get me, bring me back to observation. Observation was specifically because they always do this. Every time I have a paracentesis, they always have me stay for a little while to make sure that I don't suffer from a sudden drop in blood pressure or whatever. There are things that can happen in the wake of a paracentesis, apparently. I have never experienced a single one of them. Yeah, once I was back in observation, they're like, yeah, you gotta stay until 5:15. And I'm like, I've been here all day. I want to go home. Can I please just go? I want to just, like, I'm fine. I don't need to stay. I want to go. And they're like, if you leave early, you have to sign a paper that said that you're disobeying medical orders. And if you do that, then the insurance won't pay for the paracentesis. You gotta be kidding me, right? So I had to stay. I was basically trapped. And I understand that today took a long time because apparently they had an abnormally large number of emergencies. And as a matter of fact, while I was sitting in observation, I heard a code blue go off. So I don't know what is going on in that hospital today. I'm just glad that I'm not one of the emergencies. The cell phone keeps... Anyway. It is what it is. I understand. I'm still frustrated by it, but I understand. But that being said, it's over. It's done. I get to go home now. I always felt their restrictions were a little bit extreme. Like it goes. I understand. I completely understand their concerns. They want to make sure that nothing bad happens to me, because they could be liable for it, and that's, it's a legal thing. I get it. But like, it just seems a little excessive for something that I have never had a problem afterwards with any kind of side effects or drop in blood pressure or whatever. And it's like, for instance, they didn't even want me to drive home. I didn't tell them that I'm driving home. They think that a friend picked me up. Fortunately, they don't check on that. They just like took my word for it, but don't tell anybody. Because I have never had a problem driving home after a paracentesis. And it's a hassle, and I don't want to have to deal with it. So I don't. Because what am I going to do? Ask one of my friends to take a day off work for me I did that for like the first paracentesis, because they were pretty adamant about it. But then after a while, I realized, it's like it's not that big a deal. And at first, I was I didn't want to inconvenience my friends anymore, so I was like, I took an Uber. And at first, I didn't have a problem with that, and then they were like, no, you can't do that. There's a concern because, you know, if something bad happens during the Uber ride, then the Uber driver, like, you know, that's putting a huge responsibility on an Uber driver's shoulders. And I'm like, all right, fine, and I'll just drive myself home and not tell you then, because seriously, I'm fine. It's so stupid. Whatever. Anyway, that was my long ass, boring paracentesis day. So now you finally know what it's like for me. This is by the way why I don't update for every single one of these, because it's just so boring. It takes so long, even on a normal day when they're not bogged down with emergencies. A 20-minute procedure takes all day long, and it eats my Thursday, and I'm so bored. Like, I just want to go home. Holy cow. But anyway, that's it. So it's all over and done with. Hooray. Have a nice day, guys. I'll see you next time.